I want to make a kaftan.
But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Azjure, and this is my first video. I'm an aspiring fashion designer. I'm 18 years old. I currently go to school for fashion design and merchandising, and I am doing this YouTube channel to document my journey and to create memories. And yeah, just enjoy the video.
I've made kaftans before.
Okay, so I didn't explain this well. You're gonna need two measurements for the kaftan, which you'll see me do. First is the end of sleeve to the other end of sleeve measurement, which is just across your chest, and then the length at which you want the kaftan to end, so how long you want it to be, and that's it. So you're gonna see me do it, and yeah.
I should have showed you how I did it. And right now I'm just writing that the arm to arm is 30 inches. So you only need two measurements to make the kaftan I'm making, which is one of the great things about it. You don't need a lot of measurements. It's very easy peasy, right to the point. So we have that measurement, and now we're just gonna be getting the length. That's it. You just need the wingspan measurement and the length. We're starting it at the center front and going all the way down to where I want it to end at, which is, I'm gonna do it at the knee just to make it nice and easy. Here's the knee line right here where you can see some form. So we're gonna put it at 38 inches because yeah, I have to hem it, so we'll just do 38 and a half because I don't want too much of it. Now we have the fabric placed. This is how you need to have your fabric placed with your fold in front of you. My fold is in front of me right now, and this is the T area. This is the T. This is the arm to arm right here. This is the arm to arm length, which was 30 inches, and I'm adding a ½ inch on each side, so it's really gonna be 31. So yes, let me do that. I'm gonna start from the end. I'm gonna be using all of the length because it's not that long. As you can see, it's not that long at all. It hits just at the knee, which is perfect. So I'm gonna be using all of it. There we go. I'm just gonna measure ½ an inch from the edge. Hold on. Measure it. Put a pin there. So I know. Okay. Great. Now we have our ½ inch. Now I'm gonna measure 15 inches from there. I'm measuring 15 inches from the ½ inch that I marked at the edge of where the selvage and the design of the fabric meet. And I'm measuring 15 inches away from the ½ inch. And I'm gonna put a pin here also. Now I'm gonna do 15 inches from this mark, this pin right here. I'm gonna do another 15 inches because I don't want the sleeves to be too long because, you know, it's spring / summertime. I don't want them to be too long, you know? So, and I'm gonna just do ½ an inch apart from this pin. For the seam allowance again. Okay. So now I'm just gonna measure to make sure it's 31 inches because that's how much it should be with the seam allowances, and it is. Great. Yeah. So now I can cut it out. I want to make sure that it's straight, so I'm trying to decide what I should do to make sure it's straight. Use this tape measure and make sure it's straight. That looks pretty straight. So let me pin it down. So I have my handy fabric scissors and we are going to cut down. Yay! So let's do that. Great. Oh my goodness. Great. Now I have that cut and I'm going to take these pins out, cut a little snip at the neck, just a little snip, very little. I don't want to cut it too much because I'm about to put it on my form. Oh, I use my form to make captains like this. If you don't have a form, I would recommend using a pattern.
Absolutely not. You do not have to buy a pattern. That's the whole point of this video, so that you don't have to get a pattern to make this captain. All you have to do is either put the captain on yourself and fit it and have someone mold the neckline as to how you want it that way, or you can put it on someone who is your size, or if you're making it for someone, you could just put it on them and mold it that way.
I'm gonna do a 10-inch armhole. Yeah, I feel like that should be good. 10 inches. Yeah. I'm gonna pin at where I want the armhole to begin. 10 inches down from here. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over to my handy dandy sewing machine and sew these sides up so I can move on to the neckline and such. So okay, so I sewed along the side seams and I put a little seam along the armhole to keep it nice and clean. As you can see, the neckline looks very atrocious. So I'm gonna just work on this. I'm gonna make a V neckline and cut some off of the back as well, the back neck, because there's too much fabric up here. So this is the fun thing about doing captains this way. After I sewed the armhole together, I just took 10 inches. I just did 10 inches from the top all the way down, marked 10 inches, and then started sewing to leave room for the armhole, for the arms. But after you finish sewing, you can just put it on your form with the neck hole open and see how you want to place it and everything. I'm going to see exactly how the neckline is going to look as I'm cutting it, because it's on the form and I'm able to see it like actually on a body. So yeah, I'm going to start cutting now. So let me get that, let me get this phone set up so you guys can see. I'm just gonna start cutting on my neckline and playing with it to see how I want it to look. So I'm gonna start right here. I like that for right now. Just gonna cut up to the other side. And straighten her out. I see that it's a little bit, it's uneven, so I'm gonna try and straighten it out some more. And you obviously don't have to do a V-neck. I just did one because I like V-necks. You could do a scoop neck, any kind of neck, really. Well, I mean, not any kind. If you wanted to do something more like, you could do a square neck. If you wanted to do something more like sweetheart neckline, something that's really detailed like that, you probably want to do a pattern for it to make sure that it's nice and even. But with something like this, you can eyeball it as well. Okay. Okay, great. I love how this looks. Now I'm gonna do the back. Let's turn it over. And I have to have her like leaning on the wall because she's gonna fall if I don't. So with the back, I think I want to do a V-neck as well. Yeah, I think I do want to do a V-neck as well. Let's just see how this goes. I'm trying to make sure to cut a straight line from the front neck to the back neck. You can always cut a deeper neckline. I'm just gonna start short at first to be safe. Okay, I like how this back looks as well. I don't want to make it too deep of a back just because, you know, I want it to look weird. This is how my Kaftan is looking. It looks good so far. What I would usually do is put some lace trim around the neckline and the armholes to really give it some flavor. I'm gonna try and see if I have some, but I didn't buy any, which is so inconvenient on my part, but we're just gonna see what I can do to make it look better. So I'll probably just end up Let me see. I'll probably just end up sewing the neckline down, or we'll just see. Okay, so I have my needle threaded, double threaded, and I'm gonna just start. I want to start at the bottom right here. Actually, I'm gonna start at the shoulder.
Okay, I was gonna put music in this video, well, during this part, to make it like more entertaining and stuff, but I couldn't find any good no copyright music that I knew for sure wasn't copyright, and I didn't feel like having to credit and put all that type of stuff in my biography. And I don't know, the music, I just couldn't find any music I liked. So I was just like, okay, we're just going to do a voiceover, and that's what I'm doing. So as you can see, I am sewing the trim detail on the neck line. I'm hand sewing because it is much easier. Well, it's much easier to hand sew. For me, these types of trims onto the neck hole, because the neckline is so like intricate, and it's very specific, and it's a very noticeable part of the garment, so I don't want to mess it up. And the sewing machine, I just have more control over my fingers than I do the sewing machine needle. But yes, that's what I'm doing in this part. It's sped up, but that's all I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm just going to talk the rest of the time. How are you enjoying the video so far? This is my first video. It's my first time editing a video, like for real. So I am really excited about how I am editing this. I'm probably, if I continue with YouTube and get really good at editing a couple years from now, I'm probably going to look back on this and be like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking about this editing? But for now, I am satisfied with it.
And now I'm just gonna sew this entire section over again. So yeah. I'm not even done completely yet. I just wanted to show y'all how good this looks. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Cause I know I'm good at these. Like I used to make them a lot, well not a lot, but like pretty frequently when I was like a couple of years ago, but I haven't made one in like years. Maybe like over a year. But this it is so cute. Look at that lace trim around that neck. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Hold on, let me get the back. Let me get the back for y'all. Let me get the back. Let me look y'all up. Look at that back. When I do stuff like this, I have no doubt that this is like made for me. Like I'm so blessed to have found my gift, and I'm so glad that I videoed this, and I am definitely gonna try I'm gonna try my hardest to actually edit this and post it, because I feel like this is such a cool video. All I did for the waist tie, I put it at 70 inches, like I said, and then I made it 3¼ inch wide. I had no specific reasoning for making it 3¼ I just chose how wide I wanted it to be, when I was using my tape measure, I just kept going until I figured out my desired width, and 3 1/4 was it. And I just folded the edges over, all the raw edges over, and sewed them down to make a nice finished edge. And yeah, voila, there she is in her prime, in her beauty. And this is what I meant by folding over the edges and sewing them down. Let me turn it over. You can see I just folded down the edge and sewed it down, folded down the edge and sewed it down. I have to cut off the little ends, like tied ends, and I have to put a hem on this. But this is her. She is so pretty. I love this fabric. I'm very happy with how the tie came out, and I love how you can take it off if you don't want it to be cinched. But I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy I videoed this, and I really hope that I put this out. I better put this out. Azjure, you're putting this out. But yes, this is so cute. I love it. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Wow, let me give you guys a back angle. There we go. There she is. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Wow. Okay. Yes. I guess this will be the outro. Is that what they call it? The outro. But yes, it is what they call it. Anyway, thank you if you watched this entire video, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, seeing me in my state of work. And I really love how that turned out. This is really giving me the motivation and inspiration that I need, that I've been needing to get on my stuff and work on my brand. But thank you if you watched. Please comment down below and ask any questions. Oh, and also let me know what you guys' favorite thing to sew is and how you make it. Yeah, we can all just conversate about sewing. And I'm really glad. I'm probably gonna add some more clips and like explanations in, because I don't think I explained everything how I'd want it to be. So when I edit in the edited version, this will all be like a lot more explanation will be included. So yes, I'm Azjure, 18-year-old fashion designer. I want to document my journey as I come to building my career and my brand. And yes, I thank you for watching. Peace and love, and may the Most High be with you all. Thank you.